China is creating a new Great Green Wall, and this is new one in Gobi Desert. The government of China is trying to find a solution to transforming the desert into green rainforest. The project is officially known as 3 North Shelter Forest Program, otherwise referred to as the Great Green Wall. When we think of desert, we usually imagine an endless desolate areas filled with yellow sand that make it difficult for plants to survive. This extreme environment makes it easy for people to associate it with their harsh living conditions. But in the Dalat Bamar Desert in Inner Mongolia, China, an incredible transformation has taken place. They raised over 1.2 million rabbits in the desert, which is not only successful, reversed the process of desertification, but also helped local people enter a prosperous life. And in just a few years, this one sandy land was transformed into one oasis full of life and greenery. China was once one of the countries with the most severe desertification in the world and has been battling erosive desertification for many years. According to global desertification data in 1990s, China's desertified land area reached on the astonishing 1.714 million square kilometers, and this had been continued to rise in over time. After entering the 21st century, China's desertified areas had expanding at a rate of 10,400 square kilometers every year. As of 2015, China's desertified land area has expanded to 2.62 million square kilometers, accounting to the 1/3 of the entire country's land area. Therefore, China has launched a series of actions and plans to prevent and control desertification. In 1978, the Great Green Wall Initiative was conceived as an afforestation project. Initiative involved planting trees in 88 million acres of land surrounding the Great Green Wall of China. And after some initiation, the government recognized that this initiative would take a collective effort, which led to institutionalized of National Tree Planting Day, and 12 March is reserved for everyone to come together and plant trees. This led to nationwide green movement that produced over 100 billion trees till 2050. This project is also designed to hold back the expansion of Gobi Desert. In 2003, they began this project that consists of 2 main parts. The first one is using plants to spread seeds in areas where the soil is not too dry, and second part entails giving money to farmers who plant trees. They plan to spend $1.2 billion to set up a system that watches over everything, including making a map and databases, and according to them, they think in a pattern similar to that of a checkboard to steady the trees will be arranged, that this wall has special plants that can handle the sands, the dunes. There will also be a stony area situated next to the plants to keep the sand down and help form a crust in the soil. The trees will also help block the wind during the dust storms. China started an extraordinary journey towards a green revolution. In this period, there were a lot of reforestation campaigns, and they covered a stunning area which is equivalent to an impressive 64 million hectares. This initiative has not only improved forest coverage, but has also revitalized the ecosystem. It has resulted in the restoration and expansion of 12 million new wetlands. Today, over 66 billion trees have been already planted, which has covered the land area equivalent to Iceland country, and there are more scientific techniques that have its effect. Desert developed a groundbreaking solution. They used plant cellulose to create a paste that is capable of transforming desert sand into fertile grounds. An experiment in the Villeneuve Desert converted 1.6 hectares of barren wastelands into cultivable land. Other innovations in forestation and sand control like drip irrigation and liquid nanoclay like that paste, but also of that, many of the trees couldn't survive these drastic conditions. But overall it's working. And the second thing which helped China converting desert into forest was Rabbitschina, the rabbits of France. Yeah, Chinese entrepreneurs have begun to search for animal species that both promote economic growth and assist desert control, and they finally come up with the rabbits from France. In the beginning, people were skeptical whether rabbits could play a role in desertification control, but these rabbits not only make significant contribution to desert greening by their natural habits and high reproductive rates. Rex hare, bred in the desert in China, this kind of rabbits has extremely high requirements for the living environment, dry and clean living conditions, and they are good at digging into the ground in search of grass roots. This excavation activity not only promotes the tuning of desert soil and increase soil aeration, but also make the soil softer and richer in nutrients. At the same time, Rex hare and cream and their undigested grass seeds provide rich nutrients for the desert vegetation. Breeding Rex hare in the desert is the wisest thought by Chinese scientists. These Rex hare not only shows amazing adaptability, but its reproductive rate is 25 times higher, and it can breed about 14 babies rabbits in a year. China has bred more than 1.2 million rabbits in the desert, making desert management easier. And the other thing that China is doing, instead of converting desert into fur, China is creating a sponge. In 2015, China launched a sponge city pilot program in 30 cities across the country. The goal of the program was to coordinate and promote the construction of sponge city. If you don't aware of sponge city, then sponge city is a type of natural forestation which is being trend nowadays, that architects around the world are designing to help us combat and withstand a changing climate, like Thailand and Germany. Climate change is killing overall biodiversity. Not only trees, we need healthy trees with all biodiversity, enough native plants for pollinators to help flourish and flowers. And there's only one way to save environment biodiversity, by creating environment where nature can flourish, environment that can help cities soak up excess water and wetlands. And sponge city can help in this. Sponge cities have ability to suck double amount of CO2 than normal trees, and sponge cities would improve urban drainage and flood prevention and create a diverse biological environment. Sponge city is a very great way to handle flooding and urban biodiversity. Despite the benefits, sponge cities can fix everything. When flooding happens, these sponge cities are only able to absorb excess water up to a certain point, which is the limitation of these sponge cities. And there's a lot of situations happen in China which destroyed completely these environments. Overall, being with nature is extremely necessary nowadays. China is trying to create a natural environment, which is good, I thought. If you like the video, please subscribe my channel. It's very necessary for me. Thank you for being with me till the last. This is all. Bye bye.